first episode of the Sports Discourse. Once again, I am Mateusz.
I'm Webster.
I'm Anthony.
And today we will be beginning with our very first quiz. Now, the way that we're going to start it off is we have this random name picker online. We have all three of our names entered. What we're going to do is we're going to hit it 3 times. The third click is going to be the person who gets to go first. Now, the person that gets to go first gets to choose what quiz they want to do, and then the other 2 people will start to talk about a certain topic or debate a certain topic while the other person takes the quiz. And then once they're done, they will move the laptop over to the next person, and then they'll start talking about the same topic, and so forth until we're all done with the quizzes. Now, we're not going to share our scores with anybody until we're all done, and then at the end of all 3 quizzes, we're either going to talk about the quiz again in a little bit more detail, or talk about the topic if there was something else to be said about said topic. So, without further ado, the first quiz of the Sports Discourse channel will be in the hands of
3.
Webster.
That's what we like to see.
Alright, so we are ready with the first quiz of the year, and Webster has his choice. Once again, he's not going to say what it is, so it doesn't give us an unfair advantage to think about it beforehand. Instead, we're going to be talking about a certain topic, and today's topic on this quiz is going to be, will LeBron James leave Cleveland after this season? And we can start.
Well, overall, I think the odds of LeBron leaving Cleveland are probably pretty good. I think Kyrie leaving was kind of the first step showing that. I think he left because he knew LeBron was probably thinking about leaving.
Right.
So he was like, you know what, I'm just going to get out of this mess right now. I like that they went out and made moves to try to make LeBron happy. I think that helps his case to stay, but overall, I just don't see it. There's too many good options for him to go to, and I don't know. I just think he'll find somewhere better than Cleveland.
I agree, and I think he's cemented his legacy enough by going back to Cleveland where he can afford to leave if he wanted to. I know there'll always be the people that'll be like, oh, well, he's not like Jordan. He didn't stay in one team his whole career, this and that. He already left to go to Miami. So at this point, I think it's almost like he's giving it his all to this team that hasn't really reciprocated that much beyond the championship that they had. You know, and that's, like you said, that's what Kyrie leaving was the first step. And I think now after seeing their relationship really wasn't as bad as people made it out to be when they first traded Kyrie.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of stuff underlying in there. So now we'll ask, where do you see him ending up?
Oh, I mean, that's tough.
Where would you like him to be?
I think that the Rockets would be a very interesting fit.
That would be,
I mean, obviously, my favorite player is Chris Paul. And even though I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, having Chris Paul, LeBron, and James Harden as a big 3 of a team, that's going to do something.
It's insane. I mean, Chris Paul and James Harden alone are just... I mean, I'm going to be honest. I expected them to be good still. Yeah. But I didn't expect them to be this good.
Especially having 2, just such ball-dominant guards.
Right.
I didn't know how they were going to coexist.
They 2 of the highest usage rates out of anybody in the NBA.
I didn't know how they would coexist on the floor, but they've made it work just so well, so quickly. And LeBron's the kind of player that I think could just seamlessly work into that.
Oh yeah. He doesn't require, LeBron's a good teammate. Yeah. Aside from being one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, he's also a fantastic teammate who knows how to include his team and knows when it's not his time necessarily. Right. You know, he can dish out if he needs to. Right. And if you have James Harden and Chris Paul on the side to dish out to, you're going to be happy. I feel like,
and I mean, everybody on the team, like LeBron's drive and dish game, would fit so well in a Rockets uniform in Houston because that's how the team's already set up. And on top of it, having a player in James Harden who's still in his prime, as LeBron's coming down off his prime, getting older, needing some more rest, he doesn't have to be the alpha dog on that team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To deviate from Houston, I think there were rumors about LeBron was looking at high schools in Philadelphia, you know, just for his children, and I think he squashed those rumors from what I thought I saw earlier. But then I thought about it because people then started talking about LeBron in Philly. That would be a pretty interesting fit because then you get, Chris Paul and James Harden. They're not necessarily young. Harden's still 28?
Yeah,
29. Yeah.
But Chris is 32, 33 at this point, I think.
You have Ben and Joel, who are both under the age of 25.
Right.
And and you have Markelle Fultz, who hopefully still
Oh man.
knows how to play the game of basketball,
Yeah.
who comes back and is at least half of what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then you have Dario Saric as well, Robert Covington, TJ McConnell, just a very young core of guys that love to play together. And I think that would be appealing to someone like LeBron as well, because it's a very team-oriented
Yeah.
team.
Yes. And again, another place where he could go to age gracefully, where he doesn't have to be the guy in a year or two. You know, you got Ben, you got Joel,
Right.
and you got a good supporting cast of young guys too. So I think that's a good one.
And he gets to stay in the East.
Yes.
And right now, I think, you know, this year would be what, if he makes it to be 9 in a row ish, to the championship, 9 in a row, because he's. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. Let's see what-
One place I would not want him to go is the Warriors.
God, I don't. Oh man, he would. That's just stupid. That's just. I don't know.
From a legacy standpoint alone, like it tarnishes it so much, even more so than it already has been.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's the weakest play you could possibly make.
Yeah.
I said that when KD went there, and now a KD already there. You got LeBron going there. That's just like unbelievably weak.
Right. So what are you're not trying to prove anything at that point.
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna? Yeah, it's just. Oh. So Webster's done, and now it is my turn, and.
So are we going to continue on the same topic? Or
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Webb, what do you think about LeBron and staying in Cleveland, leaving Cleveland?
It's interesting. I think after the trade deadline, them getting younger and more athletic, I think bodes well for LeBron. But I think LeBron is interested in going to play with his friends. I think like lining up with, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Maybe not Dwayne Wade, because I think Dwayne once he was sent home to Miami, I think that kind of changed things for him.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if LeBron wants to go play with his friends and wants to, stay there with, maybe I think the Rockets might be an interesting spot for that to happen because you already have Chris Paul there, you have James Harden there. It's like, would Melo be willing to go to the Rockets on a minimum deal? Could they make the adjustments to bring LeBron over? Maybe. Where he could go, if he goes, I think he might. Just because of what the Cavs have tried to do, I think they have some bad contracts in Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love. Kevin Love's good, but he's eating a lot of salary right now where I don't think he's not a person that just can go out there and score by himself anymore. He's not a Timberwolves Kevin Love.
Yeah.
He had to pick one place for him to go right now already.
Well, like I said, I think that the Rockets would be a good fit. I think the Rockets make sense. I think the Rockets would be a place he would want to go. One other place I don't think we've talked about that has been floated here and there would be the Lakers. I don't know how realistic of a possibility I see that is, happening, but it's something that has been talked about, and that's one team we haven't touched on yet. So what do you think about that?
The Lakers are interesting. What they've been able to do in trading Mozgov for Lopez, Lopez was on a one-year deal to clear that salary cap for the 2018-2019 season is interesting. I think they need to do something with Luol Deng to see what they can. I know they'll need to do that, but the Lakers put themselves in a position, salary cap wise, and with enough young people to be thought of as maybe an enticing spot for LeBron. Now, maybe the Isaiah and LeBron aren't going to work out too well.
Right. That's
But
true.
I like what Luke Walton's doing with the Lakers. They're all running fast, and I think they have. Brandon Ingram's going to be a scorer for years to come in this league. And Lonzo, say what you want about him, but he's a good team guy. Players on the Lakers, Kuzma, Hart, like Lonzo, and everyone else kind of ignores LeVar.
I think that the Sixers and the Lakers have similar characteristics that would make LeBron want to go there with like the young talent. Like you said, Brandon Ingram and Lonzo and Kuzma's having a breakout. I think that would be appealing to him, having all that young talent. And again, he doesn't have to be the guy in the future there.
I think another maybe a place LeBron could consider going would be to get you, because I mean we didn't really see Jordan era, but Jordan was paired with Phil Jackson, one of the best basketball coaches of all time, and then Phil went and got paired with Kobe and LeBron, or not Kobe and Shaq, but does LeBron go get paired with Popovich? And what could Greg Popovich, who's now for the last 5 years had older players, how could he manage LeBron's career towards the end to make him that much better? Because what he's doing in his 15th season is
it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable what he's doing, and he's on pace to smash every record almost possible.
I think that the Spurs would be a good fit as well for him, and I think that would help keep Kawhi, with all those rumors going around right now about Kawhi leaving and them not bringing in enough talent around him, or them not treating him as the star. I don't know, star-wise, if that would be good, but I don't see Kawhi as being like that kind of a selfish player. I think that he wants more talent around him, and I don't think you can bring in better talent than LeBron James.
Yeah, I think it would be really interesting with next offseason. Could the Spurs convince Chris Paul and LeBron James to come over and start with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge, and maybe a Carmelo Anthony? Obviously these people have to take pay cuts to make this happen. Did you finish?
I can't say. I can't say.
Stupid rules.
That's why we have rules. All right. So LeBron, yeah, I think the team that we didn't get to when we were talking about was the Spurs. I think you might have mentioned that.
We just started talking
It's kind
about
of
Spurs.
it's weird. Like I was so zoned in. I heard like some words, but like I tried to I really didn't hear much specifics that you guys are talking about. But the Spurs, I think it would be nice to see Popovich and LeBron together. I think that's just the most intriguing thing for me. I don't think necessarily as like a good play for LeBron to go to San Antonio. I just like the idea of Popovich and LeBron having possibly, one of the best coaches of all time with one of the best players of all time just together.
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know whose legacy it would help more. Would it help LeBron in his older age, or would it help Popovich possibly win another championship? But I think it'd just be. I think it's intriguing to think about, because we've had, like I said, it was Anthony. You had the best players playing with the best coaches back in the day, and now, I think it's a consensus that Greg Popovich is one of the greatest coaches of all time,
right.
And he's got to coach the greatest power forward of all time in Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were gonna say Boris Dio.
I love Boris. But now can he go coach a LeBron? Can he coach a LeBron James? Maybe somebody with more of an ego, and not necessarily say a bad thing, but I think the Spurs and what they put together and their dynasty, you've had a bunch of egoless players that have been able to play the Spurs way of basketball.
Right, they definitely have a system, and they stick to that system with every single guy that they bring in. It might depend on Kawhi. If Kawhi ends up leaving, maybe it gives room for someone like LeBron to come in. It's a long shot, but yeah, the Spurs would be interesting.
Play LaMarcus at the 5, LeBron at the 4, Kawhi at the 3. Who cares at your 2 position, and who cares at your 1 position?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just. I think
you probably have DeJounte Murray at one of those 2 positions. Like that's a good 4 right there.
I think that gets interesting for the end of LeBron's career, when he maybe doesn't have to go play against a Kevin Durant at the 3, or a Kawhi. He doesn't have to go play against Kawhi at the 3 because he'd be on his team, but. You move to that not necessarily slower position, but a position where you're gonna have to put somebody else. You're not gonna get the best. You might not get the best defender out there. So, and I don't think LeBron's hasn't had the best defender on every team on him.
He's gone throughout his career having to be the best defender and having to be defended by some of the best guys. So it takes a toll on you. Which is
have you seen that?
Exactly, yeah. Like I remember a couple of years ago, like LeBron's slowing down, and then you see this year is just like, wow.
He's on pace to play all 82 games the first time. I don't think it's ever in his career, but since like 2010 maybe.
It's insane.
Close.
30,000.
It was 38 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's he could potentially end 40, 10, and 10. I think that's what I saw somewhere. So
that's going to be. I mean, he's on pace if he plays the way he's been playing, averaging the 25, 26 points a game, to break the all-time scoring record by 37 years old. I mean, we all thought that Kobe wasn't going to get hit by Father Time, but it hit hard.
Yeah, it was almost like just one day, you just woke up and you're like, whoa,
and I hope
what happened to Kobe?
And I hope we don't necessarily see the drop like that, but at some point you gotta wait. At 15 years in the league, and he's put a triple double, on a regular basis at this point. It's just I'm waiting.
It helps that he came out of high school, so that he's had those extra 1 to 3 years that other guys would have left in college to put up the numbers he did in those first 3 years, because he put up great numbers in his first 3 years.
Side note, LeBron didn't need the NCAA.
The topic for a different day. You done?
Yep.
All right. See, with the person with the laptop, I guess what is the title of the quiz that we took today?
The title of the quiz that we took today is, can you name the NBA leaders in these categories from the 1999-2000 season to the 2008-2009 season?
It was a lot more difficult than I thought.
Dude, it was hard. The categories, by the way, are points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
Yeah, it was. I think the more challenging part of it was, like, I was still in elementary school and I wasn't watching basketball at that point. So there's some names I didn't even think of.
Like, I started getting really into basketball towards the end of this quiz.
Well, even then, people always talk about the great 90s, so I know all about the great 90s.
Right.
And then from when we started watching it, but then there's that
little gray area in
between 2000 and 2006, where I'm just like, did the NBA exist? I know Nash won back-to-back MVPs, but was that it?
That was like the second person I listed. That was I'm like, assist. Oh, Nash.
Yeah, that was when I saw assist. Nash was the first one. The kid was the second one, and after that, I was just like, duh.
I typed in Heinrich. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. My first three ones I threw in there were I tried Jordan at first. I'm like, okay, no, that doesn't make any sense. Then I was like, Pippen, no, why am I thinking like this? And then I started going on a roll. Then I was like, Dwight, nope.
I tried Dwight.
I tried Dwight too. Who was the first one I put for bigs? I'm right after O'Neal.
I'm surprised Yao Ming didn't pop up.
Dude, I put
it twice.
I put Ming, and I'm like, maybe I spelled that wrong.
That's what I did.
I put Tony Parker, and I was like, it didn't pop up.
I actually didn't put Tony Parker.
I put him again, and I was like, okay.
I put Parker. The big person I forgot was Dirk.
I got
Dirk.
I forgot Dirk. I think I only missed 2 on points.
I missed
1 on points.
I missed 2 on points, and I shouldn't have missed one of the 2.
Who'd you? Dirk was one of mine.
I got Dirk. It was
Antoine Jameson?
Yes.
Jameson.
Last one. Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, I didn't get him.
Ron Artest, though.
Yeah, I did not think about it.
That was I'm like, steals. That's got to be Ron. It had to be Ron Artest, not no rookies.
Definitely my worst miss was I forgot Allen Iverson, and he popped up on 3.
That one took a while for me to get. I'll be honest.
I put Allen, and then Ray Allen popped up, and I almost forgot that was intentional for Allen Iverson. Right. And then I'm like, wait a minute, then I typed in Iverson.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we will now share our scores. Anthony.
All right, a 28 out of 50.
I got a 33 out of 50.
And I got a 28 out of 50.
All right, so we're going to implement a win, draw, loss point system into these quizzes, and the winners will receive 2 points. The second place will receive 1 point. The losers will receive 0 points. Obviously, if there's a tie, either 2 or 3 people, they'll all receive 1 point. So at the end of the first quiz in day 1, Mateusz is on top with 2 points. Webster and Anthony are in second place with 1 point each. And now, because usually we'd have the last place choose the next quiz, because we had Webster start out this quiz, we're gonna give Anthony the choice for the next quiz on the next video. So, if you guys enjoyed watching this, take the quiz yourselves. Let us know what you got down in the comments. If you want to hit us with a like or a subscribe, please feel free. Otherwise, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. The links will be down below. So this has been the Sports Discourse. I'm Mateusz.
I'm Webster.
I'm Anthony.
Thanks, guys.
Fuck Sam. So.
Where was he? Oh my god.